Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. We are here at 8th Cloud Expo. Who would have thunk it? 8 consecutive cloudaganzas. We have Atul Saini with us next from Fiorano Software, which means that you guys, I'm not going to say that you weren't aboard cloud from the first, but you're always at every wave, every next crest of technology. How so?
Well, one of the big reasons is that the technology itself, in this particular instance, has lent itself very well to the cloud. For instance, when you're talking about integrating applications across the cloud, the application is not just in one cloud. There could be platform as a service, it could be Amazon EC2, you could be in Microsoft Azure, a whole bunch of clouds. You could have private clouds and public clouds, right? So if you have 10 applications within one cloud, and you've got to integrate those, then you don't have to, every time an application has to integrate another application, you don't want to go all the way outside the cloud into a different data center and come all the way back, which is really what you have today.
Right.
The concept of cloud-based integration is people just taking integration servers and putting them into the cloud in one sort of data center and saying it's cloud-based integration. Really, it's just selling old technology.
Right.
With a different business model. Instead of saying it's a perpetual license, what people are doing is, a lot of companies are saying, for database integration, pay me by the month. It's just a different business model. Technically, it's just the movement of the integration broker into the cloud with multi-tenancy.
Okay, that's a way
multi-tenancy. Yeah. Unfortunately, for instance, a lot of things don't scale. With our technology, different portions, you can have peer service. It's a peer-to-peer technology. So you can have within intra-cloud integration within the cloud,
yep,
and then cloud to cloud. So for example, if you have 2 applications in different clouds, they can talk directly to each other. And to a private cloud and a public cloud can talk directly to each other. 2 private clouds can talk directly to each other. And in a very complex system, your application may be consisting of different components which are in different clouds. So there's an optimization factor involved here, that you don't have to always leave your cloud, come to an integration broker outside, sitting in a data center, perform a transformation, go all the way back. That's not going to scale from an enterprise standpoint. So our stuff is optimal, it scales, it's linear in its scalability.
So the differentiator is its architecture. I mean, it's brilliant.
It
is
is
what you're saying.
architected totally differently. Right. It is architected in a way that lends itself directly and easily to the cloud.
All right, well, let's come at it from this point of view then. So let's imagine that someone isn't using Fiorano, hasn't contacted you. What are they suffering from? What are their pain points that you are immediately going to go, oh, my friends, I'm so glad you've come to us, because you exhibit all the symptoms of... How does that go?
The applications are going to ultimately become slow. There's going to be a lot of latency.
Yeah.
The final solution is going to be very dependent just on like a single point of failure, which could be the integration broker in the cloud. Right? So there's a lot of issues. Application performance. Is it optimized? Is it easy to extend while changing different parts of the system? There's a lot of issues like
I'm guessing they're frustrated. They are losing money, presumably.
They will.
They've got downtime.
They will reach that stage quite quickly, especially if they're enterprise-grade applications.
Right. So your hope is that they see the error of their ways and allow you to offer them the cure.
Right, and it's not instant. I don't think that the cloud adoption is going to be overnight. I think initially there's a lot of hype. A lot of small to medium businesses can go to a very simple cloud-based application, like a Boomi architecture, where you have very canned integrations. Salesforce to SAP. Do this one thing multiple times, right? Or A to B, that sort of thing. But when you are a more complex enterprise and you've got a lot of business partners and a more comprehensive setup and a more mission-critical business process, then the situation gets more involved. You need much more optimization.
Are you urging caution on those complex businesses as well? So would it break your heart to see them just go down the wrong road? When
Yes.
you need to educate them right now.
You have to
Don't
educate
rush
them right.
the crowd.
Absolutely, absolutely. Work the architecture out properly. Otherwise, you are going to suffer.
Right.
But a lot of times people just suffer. A lot of times bad technology sells.
I'm thinking, what can we offer them? To take home
Bad
from the
technology
interview, and that would
sells.
be
It's a
it.
question of having a big sales budget and having a lot of salespeople. So that's been the history, right? I mean, a lot of IBM technology gets used without necessarily being the best technology.
I couldn't possibly comment.
Yeah, that's just a fact. A lot of times we are right now in the process of replacing MQ series in a lot of locations because, the HA, high availability, for instance, is very difficult to configure. There's a lot of reasons. Cost is a reason, performance is a reason, but architecture certainly is going to become a much bigger factor in the cloud than people think.
And who should we reference? Come on, you're a famous company, but who should we reference if people have got the slightest doubt? Say, well, all I can say is this: X used me, Y used me, P uses me. Who should we reference?
Well, there's a lot of government institutions that are using us. So the United States Coast Guard is one good example.
Not a small organization.
No, it's massive. It's really the whole Homeland Security Department that is standardized on Fiorano.
Right. So
And that's a great reference right there.
pretty good reference.
They've got a lot of internal enterprise stuff, and there's a lot of cloud stuff as well.
So, if
That's
you...
a good example because the multiple cloud implementations, it has to be very optimized. If there's an implementation within one private cloud and they have to talk to each other, it has to be, there are certain latencies and factors that have to be met. And you want to go from one cloud to the other. You don't want to traverse if I want to go from New York to Philadelphia, I don't have to go all the way to Chicago. See, that's the whole point, right?
So let's imagine now that this has piqued someone's interest. They're listening to this. They sort of know about you, but now they have to contact you. Where are they going to go? Send them to the website?
Website's the best place, yeah.
Send them to the website. Give us the domain, justfiorano.com.
Fiorano.com.
Doesn't come any easier than that. Invitation from the man himself, Atul Saini. Thanks so much for joining us here at Cloud Expo. And it's Jeremy Geelan saying thank you for joining us out there on the World Wide Web. Thank you, sir.